Hello, in a locksport genre, some locksporters like to do challenge locks, and here I present the Abloy Classic challenge lock type that is quite complicated to pick. I don't know how this should be picked. So here is an example of that type of the challenge lock. So what I have done here, I have removed spacers between these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs, and so there is no spacer between these. Here are the discs used for the tensioning on the or opening the lock on the rear end. Of course, I could change these also to something to make it even more complicated, and here is just some empty space to fill the lock cylinder with something. And in the front there is free spinning zero cut disc, so you cannot tension from that. And yes, so this strange looking thing here is this kind of fixed fat spacer that is commonly used in old Abloy locks. Maybe it's no longer used because it has some drawbacks for the usability of lock, what I now present first. So if we look how it functions with the key. Now if I insert the key here, let's see if it's functioning. Okay, it's functioning like this. So it's possible to open the lock. Like this. And then what is the drawback of this fixed fat spacer there? If for some reason some of the discs behind that fixed fat spacer, for example this, moves a bit when the key is not in the lock, it's not possible to enter anymore the key to the lock, because this fixed thing like this, it prevents key turning, and when this prevents key turning, key cannot get these next discs there anymore, and this lock is kind of broken. But of course, if you know this by some flag pick, you can turn this back, or with this kind of, if it's cutaway. Now when they are here, then you can enter the lock, enter the key and open. Okay, and then this it's not my design, but this what is nowadays commonly used for Abloy Classic, this rear tensioning pick. So now idea with this pick is that it's able to turn or change the angle between the discs, but in the spacer space. But now you see that between these discs there is no spacer, so there is no space for this picking tip to turn between the discs. And when the discs are not exactly, or when the true gauge of the discs are not in the same angle, it's not able to turn there or pick them. Okay, now I normally rear tensioning from two last ones, and now if I try to pick this, I can turn these discs, but when I go to next one, I cannot. So this cannot be here when I go to this, because there's only limited amount of angle that can change between the disc, and then to enter behind this fixed, this has to be also close to full cut position, otherwise I cannot move here. And then it seems also that if I tension, maybe then I can, okay, yes, then I can turn one at a time, but there's no space. Maybe this is true gate, it's staying here, but I cannot leave it there and go behind this, because I can go through this only at 5 cut position. So if I go here, now they are no longer on track. I cannot leave them here. Now it's on the gate. I can feel it, but I cannot go through this. There's some false gate. Okay, now I feel that this is correct, but I cannot go to next one. Okay, if I put here this also, I move this same time, maybe then I can. Now I lost everything. I take this, and if they this is now at the gate, but I can go to next one. So this board has to be like this, and okay, now I can leave this here, and then I can go to the next one, and then okay, it's here. Now these two ones are at the gate, but these ones are not. Okay, now if I by some magic are able to move them a bit like this, I think it was somewhere here, and then put the first to the zero cut position. Oh yes, zero cut position. I think then this will open, but I cannot do this. What is preventing? I think it should open. Okay, now, but I cannot do this, and then removing of pick is also quite complicated. So with this type of pick I cannot open this. And then for I have also this. I think this is quite similar as in Finland. There was this older pick type called Vempele. This is maybe similar, maybe like that. And then if you look carefully, this is only 90 degrees, not 180 like this one. So it's only half. So this should be able to turn in this. So there's always this much space common for all discs, because it's same as this space here. So with this I'm able to navigate here, but then the problem is that I cannot tension from the first disc because it's zero cut. If first would not be zero cut, then this would be okay concept to pick this. But with this pick I should be able to turn these discs here. Okay, now I think I went too far. So now I can turn these and leave them where I want, like this. I think these are there. Then next ones, they were. Let's tense. Oh, these were. But now I'm just dialing it. I have no feeling of gates because I cannot tension from it. But with this pick I can turn these discs and leave them where I want. I think these were supposed to be somewhere here, but now I'm just dialing, and these somewhere here, like this, and then first zero cut position, and then if I go here, it might even open if this is at zero cut position. That is, it is not. Now and then it might even open. Oops. Is this zero? No, it should be like this. Now it's, and now why it's not open? Theoretically it should open, but it's not kind of picking, it's just dialing it. But it should open. And this not correctly aligned. A bit more like this, and then this. Is this at zero cut position? Okay, now it opened. Oh, it opened, but yes, I was just dialing it. But with this type of pick, I'm able to leave the discs where I want. But now if they are like this, I cannot no longer use the key to operate it because I cannot pass this zero cut before I have turned these back to start position, and then I can again operate. So this is, I don't know if you understood what is the challenge here, but short summary, this kind of fixed fat spacer prevents something, and then no spacers prevent using of this picking tip. And then maybe somehow with this kind of pick plus some way to tension from zero cut somewhere, not the first, so I cannot tension from the first disc because this is this free spinning. Free spinning means that it's turning full like this. There is no only 90 degrees turn. So okay, this was what I wanted to tell about this challenge lock type that I cannot pick at the moment. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.